Hi guys, it's Friday. I'm gonna be recording a demo on GarageBand. I know, super fancy. I normally just record songs so I don't forget them into my voice notes, and a lot of the times when I'm working with my producer Keith Harris, I'll just record the whole song on my voice notes and I'll send it to him, and that works just as good. But every once in a while I will sit down with GarageBand and actually record it with a click track. And if you don't know what a click track is, it's basically just a metronome that helps you keep time. So if you want to take this song to a band later on and have them record their own instruments over it, it keeps everybody in time. So when I go to Keith's, typically we'll pick the song, we'll lay down scratch vocals and a scratch track for the guitars, and it's all to a click track. But today I decided to try to do that at home, kind of have a click track version ready to go if we want to do something with it later on. I don't know, it's just helpful to have a nicer version of a demoed song than what I have in my voice notes. So that's what I'm doing today. It's super glamorous. You're about to see the process of how I demo my songs. And I also want to state that I used to record on a little 8-track Tascam recorder. Love that. I loved that so much. The quality was amazing. I remember when I was younger and I would send out my little homemade demos on this Tascam recorder. I would get the most compliments to music people that I would send it to. And this is way before I met my current producer, Keith. I would send it to some of the producers I worked with in the past, and they'd be like, what did you record this on? And it was all on my little Tascam 8-track. The problem is everything that I did had to be done within the Tascam 8-track system. I couldn't plug it into my computer. That's how old it was. So even though the quality was amazing, I have officially started using GarageBand now just to get a quicker recording. It's a lot less analog, and I'm just too overwhelmed to learn Pro Tools. And I'm going to show you guys some of my gear if you are into that. And if you are really into that, please don't judge me. I am one of these people, I think I might have already said this before in my process of doing things. I'm such a perfectionist that I get overwhelmed really easily when it comes to information and techie gear, that the simplest I can make it, the more likely I am to do it. So anyways, let's get started and record a demo of the song that I posted a few days ago called the Starling. Okay, so gear-wise, I'm first going to start off really simple. I just recently bought hard drives for my computer. If you are not backing up your stuff on a hard drive, let me just be the first to tell you, please do it now. If that is one thing all of my computer friends that are really good with technology have suggested, it's back it up on a hard drive. Because when I started making YouTube videos again and starting to try to do vlogs and making my own music videos, I would try to run everything off of my laptop, and your laptop was never meant to be a storage unit, okay? So go out and buy a hard drive. I'm using the Samsung portable SSD T7. It's 2 terabytes, I think is what you call it. And then I bought another one recently that is much larger storage. It's 4 terabytes. And I think I'm gonna use this to store all of my song demos on, because I've been trying to keep a master list going of how many songs I've written. I've got over 300 now. And most of them have not been recorded or demoed because I didn't want to burn up the storage on my computer. So I just bought this. Obviously, if you're gonna be recording, you need some really cool headphones that make you look like a dork. Highly recommend. So I have these headphones. I don't know what brand they are. The DT770 Pro 80 OHM, whatever that means. I've had these a really long time. I think my dad bought them. Back when I first started kind of doing music professionally, which at the ripe old age of 12, my dad would go into Guitar Center because I didn't know what I was doing and my parents didn't really know much about music gear. My dad would go into Guitar Center and he would talk to the guys who worked there. So when I was like, yeah, I need to start recording demos, he went in and he would just buy whatever they suggested that we could afford. These bad boys have lasted me, I'm gonna say maybe going on 13 years. Don't think about it too hard if that tells you how long I've been doing this and how old I am. Next on my list of things that you might need if you're going to be demoing in GarageBand. Again, I'm no expert, so please don't judge my setup if you are actually really into audio gear and all of this. This is just, like I said, it gets me by. It does the job, okay? I have a Focusrite interface, and it looks like this in the front. There you go. I don't know how to explain to anybody what an interface does other than it helps you hook up your Phantom mic to your computer. Even then, some days I go to plug this thing in and it takes me relearning the process all over. So if you're not really sure how to plug up an interface to your computer so you can use it on GarageBand, my biggest suggestion is to look up YouTube tutorials. That is how I've learned half of this stuff at this point in my life. She a little dusty. Don't forget your support animal while you attempt to do all these things. Huckleberry, come say hi. Come say hi. Oh, you have your toy. Next on my list, before I show you guys how I set everything up, and I'm gonna try to make this super fast because I would like to actually video the demoing. I use an AKG C214 mic. I've had this bad boy for a very long time. And again, I couldn't tell you all of the features. I just know it's an amazing mic. It's done me well. I used this with my Tascam a long time ago. It's never steered me wrong. And I use this for both my guitar and my vocals, which I will show you in a little bit. I did recently just invest in this cute little tiny microphone stand. I think it's like a podcaster microphone stand. I wanted something for my desk because when I record, I didn't really need a whole mic stand. Used to, I would use a boom mic and it just took up a lot of space in my bedroom and I have a very small apartment. This is now what I use on my desk. The microphone came with the windscreen and this little attachment. So that's my mic situation. And I've had people ask me over the years, honest to goodness guys, if you're not sure about these things, again, my dad used to go into Guitar Center because I was really young. I didn't know what I was doing. He would go in and he would just ask the guys. And obviously if you go into Guitar Center, they're gonna try to maybe sell you some more of the expensive items. However, my dad would go in there and I never really had to want for anything. And I will say I'm very blessed. I had parents who were very supportive. If I needed something, my dad would get it. If I was experimenting with something, sometimes he would come home with stuff just because he would go talk to the guys and be like, this is what she's trying to do. And they would recommend stuff. I can't tell you if this is a super expensive mic or not, just because I was really blessed with a dad who would go and talk to the guys at the store. So don't be afraid to talk to the guys at the store. And just know, like most Guitar Centers, this has been my experience in the past. Most of the men who work there and women who work there, if you say, hey, I'm working on a budget, this is what I'm wanting to do. I have no idea what I need. Can you help me find something that I can afford that would be as good a quality that I can afford? I've always had a great experience with them, and I owe a lot to the guys who worked at the Guitar Center that I lived near growing up, because my dad would go in and he didn't know anything and he'd be like, hey, my daughter wants to do this, and they would give him options. So if you're wanting to get started in this world, that is just a suggestion. I am a firm believer of listening to people who do have more knowledge, but being honest about where you're at price-wise, because music stuff can add up. And I would also like to state a lot of this stuff has been accumulated over the years. I'm going to hook up all of this stuff and then we'll get started. Me again. I forgot to mention you also need a mic cable to plug in your microphone. Huckleberry, you ready to sing some backup? You ready to sing some backup? You know it's serious when I'm putting my hair up. Okay, so I have everything hooked up and I'm just creating project. I will do that for both the vocal and the guitar because again, I'm very simplistic. I just knocked my mic down. It's fine. I don't know how to describe any of this to you guys because like I said, I forget every time I go to do this. So we're gonna be learning this together again, yay. But here we have the project. As you can see, I have my interface plugged in. One of the ways that you can kind of test out, see how that light's flashing, it means my microphone is on and working. Oh, this little thing is like not wanting to stay up today. So we're gonna pull this over here. Double check, I can hear myself. Oh yeah, I hear myself. That is not gonna, ooh, I might be getting a new windscreen soon because this thing's getting, oh no, I don't think my windscreen's working. Is my windscreen not working anymore? I think my windscreen's broken. Oh, no, there we go. Or maybe I'm broken. I don't know anymore. This is going really well, guys. So glad I decided to show you that I don't know exactly what I'm talking about at all. I'm just faking it. Okay, we have the project pulled up. Okay, I need to figure out what time signature the Starling, my song, is in. I just downloaded a metronome app on my phone. So what I'm gonna do is pull up the YouTube video of the Starling and listen to it. And this is kind of what my producer Keith does. Anytime I go to his house, we'll listen to my little voice demo of the song. He'll sit there and he'll tap the beat to whatever song we're working on and it'll calculate what the tempo needs to be. There's an ad I don't get paid for, just a little sidebar, guys. Anytime you see an ad on my YouTube videos, please know that I am not getting paid for it just yet, Basically, I have to have 4,000 hours of watch time from my viewers before I can be included in the YouTuber creator program thing. So all these ads, I'm not seeing any of the money from. And if you could continue to watch my videos, maybe put them on in the background, that would be really, really helpful. I'm trying to get to 4,000 watch hours so I can start getting paid for some ads. Anyways, back to the regular scheduled programming. Oh, wait, no. Okay, we're gonna try this whole tap thing. Was she kind or was she cruel? I guess that's saying it's at 125-ish. Keith does a really good job when we're in his studio of like layering some drum beats and making it a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna try 125. I feel like that was kind of where it was at. Part of the demo process, oh, I gotta take these off. Windscreen fell down. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Part of the demoing process is basically me having to relearn my songs all over again, which is super fun. Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? So I'm gonna play the metronome and see if it fits my playing and if I need to slow it down or speed it up. That could be slower. Sounds so familiar. Okay, I think that's too fast. In your dreams, it sounds so familiar. You pictured her black wings, and the sight left you bewildered. Was she kind of, was she cruel? Was so haunting, you called her the Starling. Okay, I think 121 might be the one. Okay. 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 I feel like a lot of it's just me talking to myself. Okay. Metronome on my phone can go over here. I'm gonna tune this bad boy with no pick because I don't. Oh. This windscreen and me might get into it before this video's over. I am tuned half a step down on my guitar because I was working on a song, Dancing Queen by ABBA. The original key, I cannot sing it. It's just too high. So I tuned it half a step down so I could sing it for a cover video, and I just haven't messed with it since. I guess I'm gonna finger pick this one. Let me make sure I have the metronome going the whole time. We're gonna do a little counting. That'll be perfect. Okay, I learned this trick one time when I was 12, 13. You always mic your guitar. I say always, I'm hoping this is right. I remember being told this, so if it's wrong, whoever told me this or taught me this is in the wrong here. So when you go to mic your guitar, this windscreen and me are gonna get into it before the end of the day. I just make sure your little microphone is secured. Turn this little guy downward. I will say, since I'm using a little desk mic stand, I have to bring my guitar up. I can't really sit like a normal person. But you put the mic kind of towards the neck of the guitar. You don't want to have it pointed directly towards the hole because it's going to make it really, it's just not going to sound good. It's going to sound really loud. So I always try to put my microphone kind of near the neck, pointed near the neck so you can hear it without it being like woo. Some audio bro is gonna come into my comments and be like, don't listen to her, she has no idea what she's doing. And he wouldn't be wrong. So this is just my process. One of the things I'm still trying to figure out is the volume on things. You can adjust the volume on the Focusrite interface and you can adjust it in GarageBand. And I check here just to make sure nothing's in the red on the volume button. We're gonna try a run through of the acoustic guitar. I'll record that and then I'll do the vocals. And then I might add some harmony just for fun to like demo out what I might want to do. That'll be that. All right, let's try it. It's gonna give me a 4-count measure and then it'll start recording and I'll hop into it. I always get a little bit nervous. Even I've done this for over 15 years now. I still get nervous recording demos and I'm in my bedroom. Don't know why I'm so nervous, but I used to sit upstairs in my parents' house. I would stay up till like 1 a.m. sometimes making demos on my little Tascam 8-track. I loved recording and experimenting with background vocals and all that jazz, so that is kind of fun. Okay, I'm gonna move this a little bit closer. I'm gonna do a little tester thing. I wanna make sure it sounds right in my headphones. always check before you get too far into it, because it could sound bad and you might need to readjust. I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit more. Rather be a little too low than too loud, but I hope that's fine. There is nothing worse than thinking you're good and then you listen back and you're like, oh. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna try a run through of the guitar, see what happens. I've adjusted volumes as needed. Take one of the acoustic guitar. Take one was good. I kind of messed up a little thing at the end. I don't know if it's that noticeable. I'm gonna go back and listen to it. That was actually a pretty smooth take. I don't think it's as noticeable. That was easy. That was a one take. And I think the timing stayed pretty, that was a fairly easy song to play. And I think the timing was fine. That was shocking how easy that was. All right, little windscreen. Are you going to bow to me today? Or am I gonna cry? Okay. Yeah. All right. I might have to turn down the mic. Okay, so let me show you guys real quick what I'm doing. My little buddy. Okay, we're gonna put guitar. Oh, I misspelled it. Add another vocal. Know me. Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. Voice is so haunting, they called her the star. Okay, let's test it out. It sounds so familiar. You pictured her black wings, and the sight left you bewildered. I added... Why? Why are you all of a sudden acting crazy on me? Okay, stay. Oh man, you guys are getting to see how delusional I am living alone and talking to myself while I do stuff like this. I added some reverb to my vocals because I think if you are a singer and you feel like you sound awful no matter what you do, throw some reverb on it. Reverb can like cover a multitude of sins, I've decided. It just makes me feel better. Ooh, that's a good reminder to mute all of my incoming messages. That would be bad. All right, here's the fun part. I love doing vocals. This is so good. Okay, let's see what we could do. You heard her in your dreams. It sounds so familiar. You pictured her black wings, and the sight left you bewildered. Was she kind or was she cruel? I guess that's undecided, so it's really up to you. She's good at disguising, saying, do you really know me? Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. I'm gonna go back and punch in. If you're wondering what a punch in is, it just means go back to a spot where you kind of like messed up that you didn't like, and then you just hit record and punch in. I don't think I explained that right, but it's fine. Ballad pulled you in, but you stayed 'cause it's exciting, never knowing what you'll get. Ah, shoot, I already messed that up again. All right, we're punching it back in. Her ballad pulled you in, but you stayed 'cause it's exciting, never knowing what you'll get. Her cleverness so beguiling, singing, do you really know me? just finished the vocals. I think I'm gonna add some experimental background stuff. We'll see. Okay, so I did 2 takes of my vocals, and I'm kind of going through and doing what we call a vocal comp, which normally if I'm doing a demo, I wouldn't really do a vocal comp. I'd just punch in if anything needed to be re-recorded or I didn't like it. But for this particular song, I think, gonna send it to my producer and friend Keith. So I do kind of want it to sound cool. This might be like a little vision board demo of this song for him. I am basically, a vocal comp is when you do multiple takes. You go through and listen to each line and you pick the best take of that line and you insert it into like the same section. That's kind of what I'm doing. Just a quick little... And then I'm gonna do some background vocals, I think, because I just want to experiment with this song. Sometimes when I demo, you do it just to get it down so you have it and you can send it to people if they want to hear it. But I've always loved layering vocals and experimenting, and I think it makes it that much easier if I ever do decide to take this song into the studio. I'll have an idea of kind of what I'm wanting to do eventually. It's just so cool sounding. I kind of just want to sink my teeth into it a little bit more. I'm gonna finish comping and then I'll do some background vocals. I'm gonna take my headphones out so you guys can hear some of what vocal comping looks like.
I guess that's undecided, so it's really up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna mute that take and listen to this is take 2.
Guess that's undecided, so it's really up to you.
Okay, take 2 is out because I didn't like how I sounded. I'm just gonna delete that for now. All right, what's the next line?
She's good at disguising, singing, do you really know me?
Okay, mute that.
She's good at disguising, singing, do you really know me?
I don't know which one I like better.
Good at disguising, singing, do you really know me?
Okay, I think I liked that take better.
Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling.
Here's take 1, this is take 2.
Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling.
Ooh, that's a tough. I think they both sound good. I wonder what they sound like together.
Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling.
Okay, but that's kind of cool. I'm keeping both of those for now. I don't know which one I like best. Okay. I'm telling you, I know the shortcuts for Final Cut Pro, and I've been like accidentally using them on GarageBand, and that's just not working. Vocal comping, guys. Tedious work. Thank your producers. Do you really know me? Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? I like that. I have this really cool idea. I was playing around with the effects kind of, and I thought about, since this song's kind of, it's Stevie Nicks-y, and I thought it'd be really cool. It's reminding me of almost like a Lana Del Rey song, and she likes to do like a lot of whispery things in the background with echoes. I'm thinking I want to do something like that. So I'm going to try a couple takes where I'll probably double it like a whisper. I'll double the whisper and put some like reverb or echo on it. It might be cool. So we're going to try that real quick. Voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. Some echo to that. And then I think that's all I want to do. Put those whispers in there, and Huckleberry's starting to cry. I've been at this since... Okay, to give you guys some perspective, I think I started working on this at around 2:30. It's 4:50 now, but I like where I'm at. So we'll come back to this. I'm gonna feed Huckleberry and we can listen to it out loud. I think the whisper with the echo is actually pretty cool. Watch me send this to like my mom and Keith and then both be like, what are you thinking? So this is what I love about doing demos in my house, just for fun, no pressure. I really liked this whisper idea, and it's so fun because you get to experiment and there's nobody watching you. There's nobody to be like, that sounds weird. You could just kind of play around, and I'm such a vocal person. I love layered vocals on any song. If there's layered vocals, layered harmonies, I love that. I just think it's so amazing. I think it sounds so beautiful. I get obsessive. Sometimes I will listen to a song if they just have really good vocals or they do something interesting with the like recorded vocals. I really enjoy just getting to sit and play with it, but I'm gonna take a break. We'll listen to it after I feed Huckleberry. I just got done playing around with the vocals and stuff, having a great time. I fed Huckleberry. I watched a couple videos because I still don't know how to mix and master in GarageBand. And every video I click on, I swear I just don't have the patience to listen to these men try to explain it. Back in my Tascam days, it was super easy to mix and master. I miss that. I miss being analog. I really do. But here's, let's give it a listen and see how it turned out. And then I'll just put it into my iTunes.
You heard her in your dreams, a sound so familiar, singing, do you really know me?
Okay, I gotta...
Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling.
I'm just panning some of the vocals left and right, if you're wondering what I'm doing.
Do you really know me?
Ooh, I like this.
Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling.
Okay, listen to this. This is the Lana Del Rey thing.
Voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling.
I kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. I'm going to keep that in there. She's finished for now. That is a little bit of my process. I don't claim to know what I'm doing. This is just what gets me by these days. And that's what it takes to do a demo. It is currently 5:20. I've been at this since like 2:30, which is why I don't do it often. Part of my problem is I say, I need to really get some better demos of my original music versus just the voice memos. And then I sit down to do it, and then I'm like, I should add a little bit of background vocals. Oh, I should add this. Oh, I should add this. And then I know 5 hours have passed, and I get a little bit nerdy about this. Anyways, stepping out of my room for a bit. Oh yes, daylight. I remember what that is. Whew, I feel like I've been in my cave for a little while. I want to wrap up this vlog. Oh my gosh, let me show you guys Huckleberry real quick. I say I'm gonna wrap up this vlog, and then this is what he does sometimes whenever I'm working on music stuff. You like the songwriting chair? So cute. I want to wrap up this vlog and just say thank you. If you just clicked on this video and you're curious about kind of what it's like to be an artist in today's world, this is a little bit about it. And there's so much more I could include, but it would take hours upon hours upon hours long video of just all of the things that go into making music, and a lot of it is so fun. Some of it makes you want to cry because it's so hard, but I still really love it. And making a demo like today, it just reminded me how much I love doing music and just the fun of it. I used to sit in my room for hours playing songs, and then I would sit in my room for hours recording on my Tascam 8-track and getting so excited about it. So I think for me, when it gets really hard or discouraging, I think back to being 13 and getting so excited to record, and just, it really was a joy to me back then. And it still is now. It's just there's more work to it being an adult trying to be a professional artist and musician. So if you've watched this video, thank you so much for making it this far. I hope you've had fun seeing a little bit behind the curtain of at least my life in music and what my process is. Again, I'm not saying that I'm doing everything right, so take that with a grain of salt, but that's just a little bit of how I do music, and I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing it. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'm trying to get 4,000 hours of watch time so I can actually start getting paid for ads on my video. And if you would like to stream some of my music, you can go to carsonhillmusic.com or look me up on Spotify, Apple Music. You can hear some of my actually professionally recorded music on there and listen to it. I really appreciate it. Add it to a playlist, tag me on Instagram, let me know that you did that. Love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next week.
Dreams, a sound so familiar. You pictured her black wings, and the sight left you bewildered. Was she kind or was she cruel? I guess that's undecided, so it's really up to you. She's good at disguising, singing, do you really know me? Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. Her ballet pulled you in, but you stayed 'cause it's exciting, never knowing what you'll get. Her cleverness so beguiling, singing, do you really know me? Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. She's loved and she's loathed, into that good night she won't go gently, she won't be ignored as she cries out her curse medley, singing, do you really know me? Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? They called her the Starling, singing, do you really know me? Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. Her voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. Voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. Do you really know me? Do you really know me? I don't think so. Do you really know me? Voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. Voice is so haunting, they called her the Starling. Her voice is so haunting, they called her